Chapter 14 The Royal Chair. Before we read, in the medieval period, Maharaja Krishna Chandra ruled over Bengal. Gopal was his favorite court jester. Gopal was a barber by profession, but he was very intelligent and possessed a sharp presence of mind. Once he invited the king to his house and offered him such a seat that the king was compelled to build a new house for him. Let's read the funny story and enjoy. In olden days, it was customary for emperors, kings, and big landlords to patronize talented people. Besides a council of ministers to advise them on different matters, they had their own court poets, artists, singers, town planners, architects, and many other people. They also had their court jesters. The jester was a very important person for his ability to entertain people with his witty jokes and comments. An emperor or a king had a lot of serious work to do and lots of difficult problems to solve. It meant lots of hard work and tension, so they needed someone to make their tension lighter with his jokes. These jesters were very clever and possessed a sharp presence of mind. Sometimes they even helped their masters with unexpected advice where no one else could help. During the medieval period, Maharaja Krishna Chandra Roy ruled over Nadia in Bengal. Gopal was Maharaja's favorite jester, a barber by profession. He had a razor-sharp wit and could make the best of any situation. He was bright and clever and had a tremendous presence of mind. But what was most important, he had a kind heart as well. He was always ready to help anyone, not just the king. It was a cold winter morning, and the sun was barely visible. Gopal was sitting in the courtyard of his house, enjoying the beauty of the surroundings. There was smell of rain in the air. Suddenly, his eyes went on the ceiling. The straw on the roof was getting really thin. If it rained hard, the roof was bound to leak. Gopal's wife came out with a hot cup of tea. She was frowning. "You are a good-for-nothing man," she said angrily. "What's the matter? Why are you so angry at this early morning?" Gopal asked lightly. "Have you looked at the roof of our house?" she asked. "The straw is getting thin in places. We need to put a fresh lot of hay," said Gopal. "Don't you feel ashamed that you have to attend to roofs even now, after all these years? Straw roofs need to be redone from time to time. What's shameful about it?" Gopal was as cool as before. "It is shameful that we still have straw roofs to tend to," shouted Gopal's wife. "This is our ancestral home." "It's no use arguing with you," said Gopal's wife. "I quite see that I am fated to live in a straw hut all my life." Gopal gave her a keen look. "There is something in what you say," he agreed. Next morning, Gopal arrived quite late at the Maharaja's court and came later and later each following day. "What's the matter with you, Gopal?" the Maharaja asked impatiently after a few days. "You always come late these days." "I am planning to have Kartik Puja at my place this year," said Gopal. "What's new about it? You have it every year," said the Maharaja irritatingly. "Well, it will be special this time," said Gopal. I am planning to invite your majesty that evening.
Very well, I will be there,
said the Maharaja. The day of Kartik Puja arrived at long last. Gopal's wife was rather apprehensive when she heard about the Maharaja visiting them. But where is he going to sit? We don't have a seat that is high enough for him, she said. You leave the sitting arrangements to me, said Gopal. Where is the ladder? What on the earth do you need the ladder for? Govinda borrowed it yesterday, said Gopal's wife. Govinda was Gopal's next door neighbor. Gopal shot across to his house. My best mattress is gone. It's not on the bed anymore, shouted Gopal's wife after a while. I have taken it, replied Gopal. But why? Are you quite crazy? First the ladder and now my mattress? But Gopal said nothing in reply. In the evening, the Maharaja's men turned up to announce that he was on his way. Before long there came the sound of horses' hooves as the royal carriage rolled into the small lane. Gopal was at the door, but instead of asking the royal party to step inside the courtyard as usual, Gopal led them to the back of the house.
Where are you taking us, Gopal?
Asked the Maharaja in surprise.
This isn't the way to your house. Don't you usually feed people in your courtyard?
Of course I do, said Gopal. But I don't have a seat that's high enough for you in my house. I can't insult your majesty just because you have agreed to come. I have arranged for you to sit on my terrace. At least it's a place as high you are used to. To the Maharaja's utter astonishment, Gopal pointed to the sloping straw roof of his house. There was a mattress on it, hanging at the precarious angle. A ladder stood propped against the wall, barely touching the roof. There, your majesty, said Gopal in a humble voice. A seat high enough in keeping with your status.
Are you off your head, Gopal?
Shouted the Maharaja. How can anyone sit on that sloping straw roof? But sir, I am not asking you to sit on the straw. I have spread a mattress for you to sit on, said Gopal. It's quite easy to climb up this ladder. Only a few rungs are missing.
You must be crazy if you expect me to go up that broken ladder and sit on your straw roof,
cried the Maharaja.
I never heard of such cheek.
It is not cheek, sir. Gopal was as cool as before. It's the best I could do. How else could I entertain you in a mud house? The Maharaja looked at Gopal, his ladder and the mattress hanging down. His retinue was scared, thinking the punishment he would order for Gopal. But all of a sudden, the Maharaja burst out laughing.
I get your point,
he said at last.
I will send my masons first thing tomorrow morning. They will convert your thatched hut into a fine brick house, a 2-storied one. Would that do?
Gopal bowed low with folded hands, well pleased with himself. Glossary: customary, usual. Patronize, censor, support. Jesters, comedians. Witty, humorous, razor sharp, very bright, tremendous, wonderful. Barely, hardly, frowning, displeased, ashamed, embarrassed. Tend, attend. Ancestral, patrimonial. Arguing, in conflict. Fated,
destined, keen, sharp, impatiently, with irritation, apprehensive, worried, unease, ladder, steps, crazy, mad, announce, proclaim, carriage, coach, usually, normally, terrace, patio, utter, complete, astonishment, surprise, precarious, unstable, humble, modest, rungs, steps, cheek, nerve, retinue, followers, convert, change, pleased, satisfied, contented,